Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Talk About It, where the conversation is getting real. So, today's video, in my opinion, is going to be a little bit different, more of a reflective, what I've noticed, what I've been thinking about this past week or so type video. So, this one kind of focuses more on success and how we think life should be. I, over time, believe that society has definitely changed to what we see as success and what we see as where everyone needs to be and everything like that. I think it's very important that we celebrate the little wins, the big wins, the okay wins, even if things don't go the way we want it to, but we still try again. And I've been thinking about it because I'll talk to my friends and just even hearing it out and about. I think the main question growing up, maybe in my generation, other generations too, is what do you want to do with life? And I think that is such a loaded question because what you want to do in life might be different than their views and what they expect people to do in life. A lot of people expect you to go to a high class, pristine college when you really don't need to. Some people think you should be having a certain job. And what if that's not something you want to do? I just think that society is definitely changing and realizing not everyone's going to do the same thing as everyone or as they want to. So it's okay not to know, and I think that's a reminder that everyone needs to know, needs to hear. It's okay not to know what you want to do. It's okay to not know your schedule for tomorrow. It's okay to take it day by day. I think there's sometimes a lot of pressure of you have to know exactly what you want to do in life. You can't figure it out last minute. There are people who are older who are still figuring out what they want to do themselves. And I think we have to realize that no matter what age we're at, things are bound to change. Nothing's going to turn out perfect. And hey, if it does, that's amazing. But that's not always the case. I used to want a plan for everything. I remember I was younger and I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna be married by this time. I want this. I'll graduate college. I'll have a certain job. And I look back on that and I'm like, that's not how my life is right now at all. It's changed a lot. I went to college for theater, for musical theater, and I learned that's not something that I loved. So I left. I left after third semester. I went to um, a community college here, and I went for administrative assistant degree, something like that. And I was trying to get my gen eds out the way, and that still wasn't what I wanted as well. So, like, if I were to go back to college, and I'm not saying I never would, I definitely go, but I'd probably get a certificate. I don't think you have to go to a very expensive college to get the knowledge you need. And especially now, a lot of jobs aren't focused on, oh, they went to this school. Let me call to make sure. Let me do all this. I don't think that's what a lot of jobs are doing. They are looking more at, do you have the experience? If you have the experience on your resume, they're going to ask more about that. Oh, what did you do there? Oh, how was it? What did you learn? Things like that. Because A, that's something else they don't have to train you on. And B, that just shows that you took those years to really master that craft. Yes, going to college for certain things is important. You obviously have to go to college. But I think sometimes we miss the fact that we're going and we're doing 4 years at a pristine college, costing a whole bunch of money when we could go to a community college if we want, if we still don't know our major, which is completely okay. Get your gen eds out of the way and then focus on that. And even just finding, like I said, that job to get that experience is a big plus. That's what I started to do more, was try to get as much experience as I could. For example, when I left college, I decided to, what was I trying to say? I decided that I did miss teaching because I taught for a while during the summers and I missed doing that. So I decided to do that, and I didn't have a degree in teaching. Yes, it was like an after school program or a midday thing that I came for like one class or a couple hours, but it's not like I needed a degree to teach those kids something that I have experience in, because I had experience for years. So take that into consideration when you're thinking about, am I on the right path? What job am I supposed to be taking? Is it going to benefit me in any type of way? So that's what I started to think about. Trying to take a look at my notes here. There's still time. You don't have to do everything right this second. You don't have to know where you're going to live in a few years. I realized that I finally decided that I think Arizona is my stay place where I want to settle down and everything. I started in Wisconsin. That entire time I wanted to be in California, and I thought I would live my life in California, and I went to California. And it was nice while I was there. It was very, very nice. But then I was like, I don't know. It just didn't have that feeling of I'm home yet. And then I got here to Arizona, and I was in Tucson, and I still didn't feel like I was home yet. And then I moved here to Phoenix, and I'm like, oh, this feeling of coming back from a vacation and being like, wow, I'm home. I finally felt that actual I'm home. So I figured out recently that Arizona is probably my stay place. Probably won't be in a desert, but it's in a more built up city, and like a lot of areas they're building up more. So areas like that I'll see myself in. So that's what I mean by you have time. You don't have to know everything that exact second. And I think we have to stop pressuring people so much in telling them that you have to know every single step in life. Because think about it, do you even know every single step in life that you want to take? Or is it obviously going to change? So that's the point that I start to think about. Another thing that I like to think about is I start thinking about a little bit on the future. Like I said, if I were to go back to college, I don't know what I'd want to focus on at all. I do like marketing, so I'd possibly go for that, but I'd still be kind of deciding. And I realized that over time, when I thought about my future, I focus more on what I want my lifestyle to be like. And I think that's something that we should take more into consideration is what lifestyle do I want for myself? When I see myself, I see my lifestyle being I have a house that I built for a family or for my family. I see some more beach travel happening. I see getting out there and not staying inside, exploring the world a bit more. I see waking up to a beautiful sunrise or something like that. I just want it to be calm. I don't want chaotic, you know? I think that's what I've realized in my lifestyle. I want when I think about my house, I want a nice kitchen. I enjoy cooking. I want the island, stuff like that. It's just the lifestyle that I think we should indulge more time into thinking about, and then figure out what type of lifestyle you want. Then you can take the steps of, okay, what do I need to do to get to that lifestyle? I may not know exactly what job I want. I do, like I said, enjoy marketing, and that might be my future job. I'm still figuring that out. But knowing what lifestyle you want will help you decide, all right, so let me make sure I have this, because then if I have this, it'll lead to this. And if I have that, it'll lead to what I want. So things like that we should take into consideration. Only you know what you can and can't do. Other people say that they know you, and I used to think this all the time. I'm like, other people know me better than I know myself, but that's not true. I know what I can handle, and I know what I can't handle. So certain things I'm not going to go for. I might give it a try, and obviously that's how I found out I didn't like it, but I'm not going to force myself to keep going at the same thing when I already know I cannot do that. There are other things that I can do that I'd want to spend my time on instead of that. So also take that into consideration that you do actually know you. You know what you can handle and you know what you can't handle. Don't let other people push you to your limits where you're being driven insane, because then that's when your mental health starts messing up, and that is not fun at all. So you know you, take the time you need. Don't be in a rush, because things happen for a reason. It happens over time. So take that time, think about your lifestyle. Don't let the pressure become too much. Just know you have the opportunity for things. You have the opportunity to do better for yourself. And you could still obviously make people happy along the way, I'm sure. but don't put other people's thoughts so much into what you do. And that's something that I've been learning a bit more. Um, Personally, for me, anything negative that has been like said to me, sometimes that stuff I remember, that stuff I'll take a note of, but I use it for motivation to be like, but I am doing it now. Look at what they said and I see I'm going to prove them wrong and I'm going to do it for me because I know it's not true. So things like that. There's going to be positives, there's going to be negatives, but it's about how you handle it. And I've had to hear that so many times told to me that it's all about how you handle it. And it finally feels like I'm getting some sense of control over that. So I thought it would be best to give you guys that advice and the thoughts that have been going through my mind this whole week. I started jotting down this video notes about it earlier in the week, and I was like, I think it's time to get this out there. So that's why this video was a little bit different. It's just a little reminder and everything like that, that you got this, you can do this, don't be in a rush, take a break, and live life in that moment. So I hope this gave everyone a little bit of satisfaction and breath of fresh air trying to navigate life. Tune back in, make sure you like, subscribe. Any comments you have down below, please let me know. I will definitely respond. And I hope you all have an amazing weekend.